Hey guys, Poison Pigments here. So, I finally got some lighting fixed, like my lighting worked out. I'm actually really liking it, so I hope you guys do too. And I'm going to start my review. So to start, I'm going to start with these Makeup Forever Flash colors. Yeah. I love the colors they come in, and they just show up so bright and thick. But the problem with them is they crease, so you have to wear a primer underneath them. And I know you'd be like, oh, well, of course you do, Annie, that's common sense. Well, when I was talking to the lady at Sephora, she said you have to wear them as a base, and you can't wear them just as a color. And so I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, maybe this will work as like a base, like 2 Face Shadow Insurance or Urban Decay Primer Potion, something like that. Well, it doesn't. It just creases, like there's literally a line right in the middle of your eye, and it looks like someone like cut your eye and you're bleeding gold. It's really weird. So definitely you have to wear a base with these. So I like them, but they're not exactly what I was expecting. I have them in this color. This is gold. Looks like that. I also have them in silver and white. Next are Dazzleglasses. These are my 2 new Dazzleglasses. I probably talked about Like Venus before, but this has extra amps, and I adore them. Like, this is what they look like. This is Like Venus. This is extra amps. This one is my favorite. Extra amps. I'm wearing it right now, without anything underneath it, and it's just gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about the Dazzleglasses is what a lot of people are also saying about them, is that they're so sticky. Like, they're a lot thicker than most of M.A.C's lip glosses and most other brands' lip glosses. And I understand, like, you know, there's so much sparkle in here, and they need a lot of, like, stuff in there to keep it together and, like, to stay on. And it does stay on. It stays on for, you know, a while. But if you don't, like, I don't mind the sticky texture, but if you're someone who, like, absolutely hates the whole, like, pasty lip gloss kind of feeling, they're definitely not for you. Next, I got this M.A.C Tricolor Lip Gloss from Colorcraft. I dropped it. This one is Eclecic Edge, and it's like a marbled purple, kind of, and it comes out like this on the wand, and that's basically how it comes out on your skin. I don't know how well it's going to turn up on my hand. That's what it looks like, that purple right there. And it's a really pretty color. I mean, it's not too glossy, it's not too thick, and it comes on kind of like a sheer purple, so I really like that. Next is this M.A.C 212 brush. I could never figure out what this was for. I had it, I got it at the M.A.C store, and I was like, wait a minute, because it really confused me, because what could you use this for? Well, I figured out that you can use it for lining. Like, you know, you can take it's really thin at the top, and you can line, like, easily with it if you dip it in, like, a fluid line, or even in, like, a shadow, and you use it either with a mixing medium or just by itself, and you can go underneath your eye really easily or over top. And also what I figured out you could use this for is paint pots. It applies them better than the 242, which I thought was pretty hard to do because I like the 242 for paint pots, except, you know, for my finger. But it applies it so well. It goes on so thick. You just dip it in and go, if this is your eyelid, you go down like that, and it just applies almost perfectly. And because of the edge here, you can, right where your lashes are on the top, you can go right up to them, because sometimes when you do it with your finger, it's hard to get it in, and you don't get any on your eyelashes with it, which is great. So this brush, I actually really like it. It's probably my favorite brush of the month. Next are these HiP pigments, Loreal HiP. I adore them. They're basically, like, they stay on, they have beautiful staying quality. I like them basically just as much as M.A.C pigments. And this one, I don't think they make this one anymore, I'm not sure. It is Beckoning, and it's a rich blue. Oh, I just spilled some. It's really rich. I adore it. I wear it all the time, and it applies so nicely. It doesn't look good on the gold. I tried to put it on that gold base that I had on my hand. This is what it looks like right there. They're smooth, they don't clump, they're not like solar bits, you know, that really awkward texture. And I love them. I have 3 of them so far, only because I didn't want to get too many. So I have this one, and then I have Exciting, which is actually what I'm wearing on the inner corner right now. It's the pink, really, really light pink. with like, it's peachy. It's nice. I love it. Then I also have just a plain white one. It's like vanilla pigment from M.A.C with more silvery undertones rather than gold. And I also got this Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse foundation. And it is definitely the foundation I'm using all the time now. I love it. It matches perfectly. It's not heavy. It's really light, you know, it's not heavy. It has an airbrush finish, which I really like because it doesn't come up with that, with like, if you have little imperfections on your face, like let's say you have a bump or some dry skin, it doesn't get underneath it and give it that flaky look. It just goes right on top of it and almost makes it disappear, which is what I love about this. And it was actually really cheap compared to like other foundations. It was like $8 or $9, and you don't need a lot because it spreads really nicely. Like, I only usually pump it once and it'll cover my entire face. So that's what I really like about it. And also, it's just a great foundation. I definitely recommend it. They have a lot of shades. It goes light 1 to 4, medium 1 to 4, and then dark 1 to 4. I'm medium 1, and I don't know, I just love it so much. I wear it all the time. And I apply it with the 180, no, what am I saying? The small duo fiber stippling brush. I use that. I forget what the number is, but I adore it. And finally, my favorite thing that I'm going to review today is my Clinique Moisturesurge Moisturizer. I've been looking for a moisturizer that could totally, I have really dry skin, that could fix it quickly. I wouldn't have to wait, you know, that 3 week. In 3 weeks, your skin will be perfect. This worked in like 2 uses. 2 days, my skin went from red and dry and flaky to, I mean, pretty much almost great. I think my skin looks good today. I'm not wearing any foundation. I'm not even wearing this, even though I wear it all the time. And it's because of this. This thing is like God in a jar. And it's pink. I mean, I probably already talked about this, but I'm not sure if I did. It has this little cover on it, and I just kept it in. I don't know why. I really shouldn't, because it gets covered in the lotion. But it's pink, and it looks like this. And it does take a little bit to sink in, but the thing I like about it is if you're in a rush in the morning, you don't have time for it to sink in, you can put translucent setting powder or blot powder on it, and all the oiliness of it will just go away. And it'll still sink in. It's not like the powder completely absorbs it, but it just covers up the shininess, which I don't know how that works, but I love it. So this is definitely something I'm going to buy again, because I got the small jar. It's actually pretty expensive. This was, I think, $38, but it's definitely worth it, because it's really what I needed and what I've been looking for. So yeah, that's my entire review for these items today. I'm going to do a July favorites, even though it's August 2nd, but I'm going to do my July favorites next. So I really hope you guys like that, and bye-bye interwebs. Have fun interwebbing.